Kelly Ann, and welcome to another Flossy Friday. Today is Good Friday, and I had half a day off, so I went to Hobby Lobby right after work and picked up a few threads that I need for my Sunshine Trio because I'm getting dangerously low. I don't know if I need a new skein to finish out the pattern, but I will definitely need to replace my bobbin before I put it away in the box once it's finished. So did that. I have two whips to show y'all this week because I've been working on the two that I'm like trying to get finishes this month on. And I got one piece of Happy Mail. I went a little crazy. So in a week or possibly two, you're gonna see a pretty decent little mini haul. I don't know what got in my brain, but I went slightly crazy on a few, I went a little crazy. But I have a piece of Happy Mail and I have two bits to show y'all, so let's just dive on into that. So let's talk about it because I've already mentioned it, but my Sunshine Trio. So let's just show the absolutely finished parts again for right now. Here it is. Part one. I love this piece, y'all. And part two. Okay, so once again, this is on Picture This Plus 16 count Crystal Heroic Ada. And I took this little pattern in part one and created a border to make it all cohesive. This is my second start of this series because, like y'all have heard it like a broken record before, part three did not come out at the same time as part one and two. It came out several months later and I had already started them on the same piece of fabric. So I had to I had to restart it because I wanted them to all be on the same piece. So this is where we're at, but not really, because this is where we're actually at. Look at how much progress I got on this last week. So I just had it barely started, which I had done a long time ago for like positioning reasons. So yeah, I've done a lot. I'm in love with it. These colors are amazing. I did do the heart in the 666 instead of the 891 for this piece. So that way the red heart in each pattern was actually red, and matched the border. Let's see. I'm working on finishing up the 891. So the word much right here, I'm working on the C. And then right below that, it says U, really big, and that's the last place that the bright pink is. So I will probably finish that to color complete that. The lighter pink is in the word how. There's some little like square dots in each letter of the word love, like 8 total stitches per letter. And then the light pink shows up again in the word you down here, and then, or no, it doesn't. It doesn't. The light pink is in the bottom banner in a couple of in the very bottom line of words. And then all the rest is this 777 number, this maroon color. So I might color complete the hot pink, maybe. I'm considering it. Or I may just suck it up and finish page one and then I'll be halfway done with page two because page one ends right here, but page two starts up here. So you get 6 to 8 like rows of overlap, which is really nice. So I'll have a pretty good chunk already done of part two. Or not part two, but page two. So, yeah. I absolutely love how this is turning out. I don't stitch on sparkly fabric very much because it truly just hurts my eyes. But I think that that was the only way to complete this. As of right now, my idea for finishing is framing it. If you can think of any other ways that this would be really like beautifully displayed somehow, please let me know in the comments. It's just right now, I mean, the only thing that I've ever thought for this one is framing it. And so that's most likely the way that I'm going to go. But if you have an idea, I would love to hear it, because it's nice to always hear what other people's ideas for finishing are. So even if I don't think that it fits this piece, it's an idea for a future piece. So definitely let me know. But yeah, I'm really hoping to get a finish on this in April. It is taking me a little bit longer than I thought that it would, because I've had a few nights where I've just been so dead tired. I'm just like stitch a little bit slower whenever I'm a little bit more tired and stuff like that. But it has not been for lack of trying, because, I really like it. But it is, I think, and maybe y'all agree, it is going a little bit faster, and I think it is what I have talked about. This is the only one out of the trio that has never been started before, or like, you know, almost like partially half completed. So it's a whole new stitch for me, essentially. And I'm also just like so close to the end that I'm kind of like pushing myself to go as fast as I can on days that, you know, I have more energy to go faster on working on that. But I absolutely love that piece, and I cannot wait until it's done. It's a long time coming. I started the first version in 2014. I used to think it was 2015, or I think I was saying 2015. It was actually 2014. This one got restarted in 2017. So it has been a while, but it's almost complete, and I absolutely love it. So my other Emma Congdon Stitchrovia piece that I have been working on is my Be Inkspired. So there's this one. So my initial strategy, like game plan, was going to be to like finish all of the black work on like completely, like page 2 and everything, finish all the black work and then fill it in. But 2 of the colors in the pattern are only on page 1, and I'm a color completer for like always. So I really wanted to get like the orangey yellow and the dark gray out of the kit. I had to pull the rest of the colors, and most of them were not in my box, which means, and I own the entire DMC, like I own all the DMC colors except for like the 4000s and stuff like that. But from 01 all the way up to the 3800s, I own all of them that I can get my hands on. There are probably like 3 colors, I believe, that designers still list, and it's usually designers from across the pond, or in like either in the UK or in Europe. Well, the UK is Europe, but you know what I mean. That I have not been able to find, and one of those colors is in here. So I had to change out a few of the colors regardless. I'm sorry I keep on like playing with it. I just love it so much. But yeah, the orangey yellow is not the called for color. Neither gray is the called for. I like went up by like 1 or, you know, something like that. I had to pick a darker skin toned type color for the shading, for the hands, and also for the mermaid and the sailor girl. And so that's what I found. That color is actually one of the ones that I cannot find anywhere in the US. And I've ordered some DMC threads from companies not in the US, and even they didn't have it. So I don't know if it's a color that's no longer offered, but some designers still have it, or I don't know if it's only available in certain countries. I don't know, but this one was $38.59. I've never had that color. I've never been able to get that color. If you know where I can, please let me know. because that's one of the ones that gets called for on a fair amount, and I have to always find some kind of like alternative for that. I picked a different green, but I think this one works really well. The greenish yellow in the flowers, I went one up in number, so the one off from what was called for. What else did I change? I had to change this color for the banners, but I kind of like it better. I think it goes really well with the called for cream color. It's a little off from what's called for, but I think it still works really well. And I had to pick a different dark blue. Everything else is the called for color. That sounds like a lot, but honestly, with like the list, it's not a whole lot that I changed. So at this point, my strategy has kind of changed. I'm trying to finish page 1 in every color except for this parchment-y type color in all the banners, because I'm okay with that being the last thing that I have to finish totally on the pattern. I might change my mind and work on them, but I'm trying to get all the colors done for page 1, and then I will work more on the black work, and then start filling in page 2 with color. But I just love seeing this come together. I think it looks fantastic. It's just like those small color changes from far away make such a big difference. So I have 2 finish ideas for this. So if you've ever had a tattoo, or if you've ever been into a tattoo parlor or seen them on TV or in a movie or something like that, you'll know like on the walls, they'll have like the half like turners and also like wall art that kind of looks like this. They're called flash art, where you either pick like the big piece or you pick one of the smaller pieces. If you don't have an idea, if you have an idea of what you want, but you aren't, I don't know. A lot of people use some of the flash art. They either get the actual flash art or they use it as like a jumping off place to kind of like customize a piece. So I did it on a skin tone color fabric because I thought that would look really neat, because then it would look like an actual, like, you know, somebody's like sleeve or something. But normally flash art is on white paper, and it's framed in those like thick, chunky, like black poster frames. So I either want to frame this in a like thick black frame, to make it kind of look like flash art, or I want to do it in a black floating frame, of like a thicker black framed floating frame, and burn the edges. So let me know down below, classic flash art style or burn flash art style. What do y'all think? Those are the 2 things that I'm kind of like thinking along the lines of right now. So yeah, let me know what type of flash art you think would look good, classic or burned. I think they'll both look good, but I'm just kind of looking for like a vote. I don't know which one I'll go with, but it would be nice to know what other people think would look good, because, you know, interaction down below in the comments, I love it. I love interacting with y'all, so I'll just give my thanks here really fast for this week's video. I just want to thank y'all so much for being interactive and just watching and being supportive. I love supporting y'all back. I love knowing what y'all are working on. It's like that on the Dyed Panda group on Facebook, and it's like that on Instagram. And some of y'all I talk to on like Facebook Messenger and through Instagram and things like that. And it's a small community on my channel, but I love that so much. If it were to grow, I would love that too. But I love that I have the same viewers all the time, and y'all, the same people are always commenting. If you've never commented before, let us know what you're working on. Like, we like interacting down below in the comments, and it's just so much fun to interact with you guys and just see what's going on with y'all. So I just want to say thanks, and I especially want to say thanks to Laura Tyler, who is one of my viewers and supporters for a long time. We talk on Facebook every once in a while. She's in the Dyed Panda group. She's on Instagram, and we talk on all the platforms. And she leaves comments every week. She's a lot of fun to talk to. I love the things that she's working on. And she messaged me this weekend, I believe, and said that she accidentally ordered 2 of the same pattern that was a market exclusive, and she asked me if I wanted to stitch this because she knew that I was also a fellow quilter, and she wanted it to go to a fellow quilter who is also a cross stitcher, but somebody who wanted to stitch it. And I did have my eyes on this, but I didn't purchase it whenever market was happening because pretty much everybody sold out of their copies before they even posted them, it felt like. So it's just a pattern that I never thought that I would be able to get, at least not for a while. And so we're gonna start this together in June, and I'm really excited. So if anybody else got this pattern during market and you're gonna work on it at all this summer or this year, and you want to start with us, more the merrier. But if you've already started on it, again, work on it with us, the more the merrier. But we're going to start it in June, Laura and I, and it's the Blue Flower Quilting Bee. I really like this pattern a whole lot. I think in Laura's note, I think she's going to do hers in the silks, which I think will be really cool. I'm going to do mine in mostly DMC. I think I will get the blue color in the wings and the mustard color for the body of the bee in the called for, because they're the larger chunks of concentrated color where you can really see the variegation in them. But all the other colors, they're kind of just like in smaller bursts. So I think I'm going to do DMC for those. And the only other change that I think I will probably do is instead of using the brown from the bee in some of the quilt blocks, I will change those brown colors for just the quilt blocks, not the bee's body, because that would be, I don't know, it might actually look cool. But there's some like purples and stuff in here, like there's old purple paint, and I thought there was a second one, but maybe it's all that one in browns with like purple bases. But you can see the color list. I'm not showing anything. But I think the browns in these blocks, I'm going to make more of like dusty rose and mauvey colors to add a little bit more of the pinks in there to mix with that purple. Because I really love that color range, and I feel like not enough patterns have it, or not the ones that I stitch have it often enough for me that aren't flowers. So I think like the darker one, I'll probably do like a dark mauve, and then do like a dusty rose for like the lighter, for like the lighter brown. And I think it'll play really nicely with the comparable purple color, which actually 777, it's not mauvey enough, but it's 2 down from that one. So I think that'll look really cool with like the mustards and all the blues and stuff, to throw in a little bit more of like the dusty rose colors. I think that's what I'll do. So we're going to start this in June together. Again, thank you so much. Laura, I can't wait. I've got to pick out my colors, and I've got to pick out fabric. And so you'll probably, I'm about to Facebook message you that this came in. It came in literally today before I started recording. So I'm about to message you, but I wanted to show it on here. But I did get it. So, but also you'll probably get messages from me, while I'm picking out fabric and threads to see what you think. Because I would like to kit it up before the end of May. So that way it's ready to go for whenever we decide to start. So, yeah. So gonna be starting that. I'm excited. I just keep on looking at the colors to see how I can, which ones I can like alter and stuff. So, I might actually kit this up. I might kit this up this weekend just so that way it's like ready to go. For in June. But yeah, we're starting this in June. I think it was going to be one of Laura's Mania starts, but I'm 100% working on my Haid all of May, except for on my lunch breaks. But I'm gonna try in the month of May on my lunch breaks to finish the hands-on designs, a year of celebrations, because all that I've left is September, October, November, and December. So I really want to get those finished. And then probably the summer ABCs, so that way I can get that finished to be on display for the summer. So this will definitely be in June. So yeah, I'm excited. And I'm going to an LNS next weekend in Arlington, Texas. So if I kit this up this week and get this prepped, then I will know what I need and don't need whenever I go there, because I need to get another Weeping Willow for my Quaker Gone Haunted, and I might sign up. The shop there has the exclusive hands-on design Summer House Stitchworks ink circles. When the needles danced, dancing needles, needle dance. They have the exclusive kit there. It doesn't come out till May, but I think I may talk to them about snagging one of those and having them mail it to me, or maybe Heather can pick it up and mail it to me. So if I can get whatever other threads I need. I'm also, and this may or may not interest Laura, I'm also going to, I have two of the beetles. I have all of them, but I have two of them that I want to start also in June, to continue working on my beetles set to make a small wall quilt. And I'll probably do an Instagram poll for which one to start, but I'm going to get some of the threads that I need for those. So I'll probably also pull the over dyes for the two that I'm in the mood to, that I'm like being tempted to start, which is Eleanor Rigby and Octopus Garden. But I think I want to do some like massive changes to Eleanor Rigby. Maybe. Maybe. I'm thinking about it. But there are a couple of the colors that are in all the charts that I just need more of, like Tin Bucket and oh, I can't think of all the names, but Tin Bucket is definitely one of them. I know that I'm low on that, and that's in all the patterns, except for Blackbird. So I definitely need to pick up more of that. So I also need to go through those and see which colors I need for that. So yeah, I've got to make my little thread list for next weekend whenever I go, so that way I don't dilly daddle, because my friend who I'm gonna go stay with, she's my first ever college roommate, and we haven't seen each other in a while, so I'm really excited. She's like planning out from Friday evening all the way to like Sunday, I think like midday, whenever I like leave. So I just told her, I said, I just need like an hour, like between 30 minutes and an hour at the stitch shop near Arlington. Give me that. I'll have everything that I need, like, listed out. I just need to go in and grab some stuff and talk about this like club and maybe look at a pattern or two. I don't need to buy any more patterns. Oh, my Lanta. The new Satsuma Street Little City came out, and I own all of them, and I've started 3 of them. I finished 1 of the 3 that I've started. I need to finish 2 of them. But she came out with Pretty Little Seattle, and I have family who lived there for around a decade. So, and I visited them a couple of times, and I love that area. So, I definitely had to buy it. It was on discount yesterday and today. So if you are collecting those, definitely get any of them that you're missing today, because they are 15% off, I believe. I believe that's 15% off. It's either 10 or 15% off, but I want to say it's 15. Anyways, so if you are collecting Little Cities, definitely get it today. Because I think the sale ends today. And then I got a little bit more fabric from a different shop, so waiting for that to ship. And it's really cute, so you'll have to wait and see that whenever it comes in. I bought some patterns, and there's some others that I want already. And then also my Baker's Dozen piece, I paid for that this week too. So some stuff will probably be coming in next week. And it'll be another early video because I have to leave to go out of town. So I've got to come home, record, go to a doctor's appointment, and then leave town. So, there's all that. And what else? That's kind of like the update. There's like some work stuff updates. There's some exciting stuff going on, but, not all of it is like 100% official yet. So just, send good vibes next week that some stuff goes through for some certification trainings and stuff that we're wanting to do, because it'll be really exciting and really awesome. But all of my presentations in the last 2 weeks have gone amazingly, and it's put, the one this last Monday has put a lot of things into motion. And it's happening very fast, faster than it's ever happened before, because they were so impressed by what we're designing and programming. And I think this is the first time they realized how much we were programming for being trainers. And so it's really cool. It's really cool. We're getting recognized for things now, like more than it's not like now, like we never have been, we have, but they fully understand now, like what all we're doing. And so that's a really good feeling, but it's also like, we're trying to get some certifications in it at this point. And so we think that we impress them enough that they can push through for the agency paying for some of those for us. And one is coming up in like 2.5 weeks. So we're trying to push one through in like 3 days, which is almost unheard of. So send some good vibes our way, because me and a coworker really, really, really want this and like need this. So yeah, so that's pretty much like the life work update. This weekend is Easter. My dad and Jackie are coming up tomorrow. Today, I'm just gonna do like some around the house stuff, like finish up dishes, laundry, sweep, and then stitch. And I started, what's some fun stuff? I started Mindhunter on Netflix finally, and it's really good. I've caught up with The Act on Hulu. If you are into the very interesting case of Gypsy Rose and Dee Dee that happened a few years ago, then you want to watch The Act on Hulu. What else? I'm caught up with Jane the Virgin. That show, I love it. I'm sad that this is the last season, but boy, did they complicate it like a Korean drama and telenovela. It has all the twists and turns, and I'm down for all of it. I love that show. Game of Thrones started this last weekend, and that first episode was amazing. I don't have HBO. I got to see it because of a free preview weekend, but I'm pretty sure I still have, one of my friends gave me access to her HBO Go last year to watch season 7, and I'm pretty sure I still have access because I don't think she changed her password. So I think I'm going to still be able to watch season 8, which is pretty awesome. So there's that. I'm just trying to think of what else happened this last week. Not a whole lot. Potter's good. He's chilling. We've had a lot of bad weather and a lot of rain. But the temperatures did drop. They were in like the 90s last week. And this week, because of all the rain and like bad weather, they've been in like the 60s and the 70s. So it just felt really good outside temperature wise. So yeah, that's kind of what my weekend is looking like. I'm sure tomorrow we'll go antique shopping. So I'll be on the lookout for some things, but I don't find a whole lot of great things in our antique or thrift stores around here. It's the type of community that you're either a college student or you move away whenever you're done with college, you're locked up in a prison, or you're an old person. So, we're in, like, you're retired, you're an older, like, family. So people hold on to stuff here. There isn't as much like good stuff being thrifted, unfortunately. So I'll keep my eyes on, I'll keep my eyes peeled for stuff. But we'll probably do that. And then Sunday, I'm just going to relax and stitch and hang out with Potter because I will miss him greatly the next weekend. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's kind of like a little bit of like life update, all the stitching. But yeah, let me know down below some of the stuff that you're thinking about my pieces. Also, what are y'all working on? Again, is anybody else working on this or want to start this and want to start it or work on it with me and Laura? Because that would be really fun. And yeah, I think that's about it. So I'm probably this week I'm going to be kitting some stuff up. And prepping my list for the Stitch Niche, and that's about it, guys. I will see y'all next Friday. Bye.